Good day, my name is Mr. Announcer, and it is now time for the Balcony Brotherhood to read and respond to your
You've got
email.
We're mass communicating.
Dropping the guys a quick note is the best way to interact with the show, and you can do so by sending all your emails to balconybrotherhood@gmail.com. While Confucius may be misquoted here, the quote is still valuable advice. The man who asks a stupid question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask a stupid question is a fool for life. Gentlemen, it is time to read your emails.
Welcome back to the Balcony Brotherhood podcast, the only show bold enough to dive into the inbox and call it the email show because, yeah, spelling jokes are still funny up here on the balcony. Across from me, as always, is a man of legendary proportions. You may know him as Mr. Drake, but what most people don't realize is that he once trained an entire flock of penguins to march in perfect unison just for his morning commute. Ask him. It's a true story. He'll deny it, but that's only because the penguins signed a non-disclosure agreement.
number 1.
And this email reads, Dear Balcony Brotherhood, I wanted to thank you for the recent episode on the isolation of men in today's society. You managed to put to words to something that I've felt for years, but didn't know quite how to explain it. It was both confronting and challenging to hear. Please keep having these tough but necessary conversations. All the best, Mark in Pensacola, Florida. Thanks, Mark, for the email. This was a powerful and sobering episode for us to do, and we are so glad that you were able to get something out of it. These kinds of episodes that spark those tough conversations are what we're hoping to achieve. Mr. Blackheart, what else would you like to add?
I'm all about having tough conversations. It's the whole point of the show. The isolation episode was surprising on how it came out, just like the hobby show. I wasn't sure how either idea would play out, but ultimately, I'm proud of the final product. If you have an idea for our next tough talk topic, Mark, email me at balconybrotherhood@gmail.com. Clearly you did that, but just in case you lost the email with our address on it.
Number 2.
This email reads, Hello, Balcony Brotherhood. Listening to the episode on men's isolation really hit me hard. I've been struggling with a shrinking social circle since my divorce, and I didn't realize how common this is among men my age. Hearing others talk openly about it made me feel less alone. Thank you for shining a light on something most of us keep in the dark. Regards, James, Chesapeake, Maryland. James, that was the intention, was to hit hard and educate men that isolation seems to be a big topic these days and how to get out of that funk. Any further advice, Mr. Blackheart?
Just call me a digital lighthouse, James. I find that the more research I do for this show, the more I think like you just said. The feelings and thoughts that I have deep down are exactly as described in whatever passage or message that I'm reading. It's nice not to feel alone, right? You see what I did there? Alone? Isolation? Ah, crap. I just isolated myself.
Number 3.
Hey, this email says, Dear Brothers on the Balcony, I wanted to follow up on a point that Mr. Shadow brought up regarding RSVPs. It seems like too many people these days either never reply or wait until the last minute, leaving the host in limbo. A simple yes or no shows respect for someone's time and effort, and it's something we could all stand to remember. Thanks for all the great discussions, and that's Mark in Durham, North Carolina. Mark, you are spot on. When one receives an invitation to an event, they should check their calendar and the calendar of any other affected party and respond ASAP whether you were able to make it or not. It's just common courtesy. Mr. Blackheart, what more did you want to add to this?
Okay. While everything pointed out is true, you've got to admit, coming from Mr. Shadow's pretentious presentation, you almost feel like we're back in 1771 as a colonist with the British royalty lecturing to us from the deck of his ship in the harbor. Now, shifting to the topic at hand, the modern digital communication has eroded manners and customs. We all know this. It's easy to ghost someone because you don't have to face the consequences face to face. I suppose the other route to look at is that respect is a factor here at play too. If the friend is good enough to think of you and invite you, Isn't it respectful to give an answer? I mean, it doesn't matter it's a verbal yes or a verbal no. You at least said something. And truth be told, even your silence speaks,
This email
because
says,
silence
"Dear
is an answer
Balcony
as
Brotherhood,
well. And
I found Mr.
what that
Shadow's take
silence
on the decline
means,
in
or
mentorship
could be
amongst
interpreted
men
as,
interesting.
it could be
I
disrespect.
found great fulfillment having a mentee throughout the years, and
Number
felt
4.
that I had some useful knowledge to share, and prided myself on the fact that my mind was always open to what the young lad had to offer, as I learned a lot from them too. Sincerely, Miles in Tacoma, Washington." Miles, there sure is great satisfaction in being able to share knowledge with the younger generations who seem to need it these days, and because the times are difficult. Mr. Blackheart, what say you?
It's called legacy. Have you met Mr. Miyagi? We always say that the kids need role models, male role models, and a majority of the time, it's their parent. And while it's just as important to be a mentor or a role model, it's just as important for the mentor to pass along knowledge to the next generation. Legacy, so important. You know, I've got a close friend who was literally a rocket scientist during the Apollo missions. And he always said, if something's not working right, play The Sound of Music. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, back to do. Always go back to the beginning and sort through the steps one at a time. I've passed that on to so many people, and well, now it's passed down to you since you downloaded this episode. It's called a legacy.
Number 5.
This email says, "Dear Balcony, I just lost my mom who passed away about 4 weeks ago, so I believe that a death of a loved one, especially a parent, can cause great toil and isolation and mental health. However, I am very, very lucky to have such a wonderful family, a wonderful wife, but more importantly, I have a group of men that I am able to open up with and share my true feelings. As always, your podcast is fascinating and fabulous. You guys are always pushing the envelope when it comes to talking about men's issues. Keep raising those great cigars." And that's from our good friend of the show, Josh L. in Louisville, Kentucky. Josh, thanks for writing in, and we are so sorry for your loss. Losing a close loved one is one of the biggest sources of isolation for men, especially a parent. Glad to hear that you have a great support system to help you through your grieving process. Mr. Blackheart, what further would you like to add?
With all that going for him in his life, he's living the dream, man. Really, truly, he's living the dream. Thanks for the kind words. We really appreciate it. And of course, Mr. Drake speaks for the both of us.
It's time to embark on a journey of enlightenment with the founder of Turning Leaf Solutions, Mr. Will Becker. With a passion for personal growth and empowerment, Mr. Becker has dedicated his life to helping individuals navigate the complexities of self-improvement. His 2-minute book review, while brief, is meant to inspire, motivate, and empower you with a tool to unlock your fullest potential.
Thanks for joining us here on The Balcony for my bi-weekly book review. This week's book is 10 Rules for Resilience, Mental Toughness for Families by Joe DeSena. This is all about building strength, not just in your muscles, but in your mind and heart too. It's written for families, especially parents, to help kids grow up tough and ready for life's challenges. Joe, the guy who started Spartan races, knows a lot about pushing through hard times, and he shares his tips in this book. Let's dive into the review. The book has 10 rules to make you and your family stronger. It's not about being perfect. It's about facing tough stuff like failure, fear, and discomfort in order to grow. Joe says resilience is like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. He uses stories from his life, like running super tough races, to show how hard work and grit pay off. The book is easy to read with short chapters that feel like a coach giving you a pep talk. Each rule, like you can't until you can or fail forward, teaches you to keep going even though things get rough. One thing I liked is how Joe makes it clear that parents need to show resilience first. If you want your kids to be tough, you've got to model it, like doing burpees every day or sticking to a routine. Some parts might feel intense, like when he talks about cutting out excuses or spending time in nature instead of on screens. But it's inspiring because it pushes you to be your best self. The book also has practical tips, like making a family vision statement or setting daily goals, which make the ideas feel doable. My favorite part is chapter 4, Live Your Values. This chapter is all about figuring out what matters most to you and your family, like honesty, hard work, kindness, and living by those values every day. Joe says values are like a true north that guides you when life gets confusing. He suggests sitting down with your family to create a vision statement like, as a family, we stand for courage and helping others. This helps everyone stay on the same page and make choices that feel right. It's cool because it's not just about rules. It's about building a strong family identity that keeps you grounded. The only downside is that some of Joe's ideas, like waking up at 5 a.m. for workouts, might seem extra extreme for some families. But you can pick and choose what works for you. Overall, 10 Rules for Resilience is a great read for anyone who wants to get tough and help their family do the same. It's motivating, practical, and makes you think about what it means to be strong. And remember that books are the ultimate cheat code to life.
Happy birthday!
And now it's time for our celebrity birthday breakdown. Let's see who's getting another year older in Hollywood. Going to start off with actress Rebecca Gayheart. She turns 54 years old. Actor Casey Affleck, Ben's younger brother, he turns 50 this week. Singer-guitarist Mark Knopfler from the band Dire Straits, he is turning 76 years old. Pro tennis great Pete Sampras, he is 54 years old. And finally, rapper Sir Mix-a-Lot, he is turning 62 years old this week.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
And that is your celebrity birthday breakdown. For Tanner Blackheart, I am Paul Drake. The balcony is now closed.
Thank you for downloading the Balcony Brotherhood podcast. The information shared by your hosts is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice. Opinions expressed by the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of affiliates or any platform on which you get your pods. We encourage you to do your own research or consult with a qualified professional regarding any of the topics discussed on the show. While the gentlemen strive for accuracy, we cannot guarantee all information shared is current or complete. Remember, this podcast is meant to spark conversation and share ideas. Stay curious and always ask questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you do not miss an episode. Until next time, my name is Mr. Announcer, encouraging you to be the best person that you can be. Cheerio and Hakuna Matata.
Happy wife, happy life. Sounds cute. Until you realize how one-sided that mindset actually is. You're telling me a man's entire peace depends on whether or not I feel like being nice to him today? Nah, that's not love. That's emotional manipulation dressed up as a Hallmark quote. Marriage is not about walking on eggshells around your wife. It teaches women to expect without giving and men to carry a load they were never meant to hold alone. It's happy spouse, peaceful house.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.